Education, let's discuss the articles of the Hindu, PIB, and Indian Express that will be relevant for UPSC prelims and mains. Not many articles, relevant articles have been coming these days. Most of the articles are repeated. Repetition, as in the relation of India and China, points have been repeated. Many of the articles are regarding pandemic that we have discussed it earlier, and many of the articles are politically based that are not relevant for prelims as well as our mains examination. So first, this article is the future of Indian secularism. The article talks about secularism. So the debate about secularism have been started after the foundation of temple, after the laying stones of Sri Ram Mandir temple at Ayodhya, and there have been debates as political party politics secularism is more in the upfront than constitutional secularism. So, what is constitutional secularism? Well, our constitution gives independence to religion, religious practices. It gives an individual freedom of religion as well as the religious institutions. It grants certain freedom. Okay, and it also plays an obligation on state to regularize the religion and to uh, you know to end the ill practices or that are associated with religion. So it somewhat kind of promotes and active participation of the state, but that should be equitable, that should be equal, that should be equally distributed. No one religion should be favored uh, on the cost of other religion. In If you see the secularism of the western countries, it's complete dissociation from of state from religion, but that's not the case in India. So that what we call constitutional secularism. Now party politics secularism is uh, you can say that it is to woo a particular religion to gather votes, to gather popularism, to benefit a party, for the benefit of a party. So but author says that this is just a temporary phase and a constitutional secularism would emerge once again. Author gives example of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar also said that all religion have to be respected, but there has to be critic also about them. For example, it's okay if if you promote Hinduism. Dr. Ambedkar never had problem with Hinduism. He had issues with what you can say Brahmanism. He had issue with the ill practices, the ill treatment of the untouchables. So Dr. Ambedkar said that there should be some critical view also about some ill practices of religion associated with the religion. Author further says that rather than focusing on inter-religion issues, inter-religion issues, there has to be focus on intra-religion issues. As we said, that the religion should look into themselves, all the ill practices that are going on, all the issues that are going on in its own religion, and try to resolve it. So we have to move from inter-religion issues to intra-religious issues. That's what author says. Now this article is about nepotism. It's a widely debated topic in social media and digital media. So here are some good facts that we can use into questions, into essay. Yeah, somewhere we can quote this. In 2019 Oxfam report, it says that the richest 10%, okay, owns 77.4% of the national wealth. That's a huge number. And the bottom 60% owns less than 5%. That's a huge inequality. Author says that a particular section, not just Bollywood, but in every sector, this particular group, it receives a brand, a name, uh, some inherited advantages that make them progress very fast compared to their counterparts, and so they are able to hold that top majority. World Bank 2020 Ease of Doing Business report sees India rank 129 out of 190 countries setting up of new businesses. There is a lot of red tapeism, corruption that is going on, and so it becomes very difficult for a person to rise from ground to that level. Economic The Economist reports that such discrimination remain ubiquitous in the government as in the private sector. The highest position remain a near monopoly for three top tiers or varnas of the product caste pyramid. So, in this nepotism, with all these advantages, also comes some advantage of you can call religion or caste or ethnicity, something. All these factors also play a role into maintaining that topmost layer. And about Bollywood, author says that not just actor has a background of nepotism, but there are also other people that are involved. For example, writers, directors, producers, technicians. uh, these also constitute the industries. It's not just actors, and they are not just the only person to blame. Okay, now this PM Swanidhi scheme. So it was recently launched. So what is it? It's a micro credit scheme for street vendors. It comes under Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Okay. The scheme is for vendors, hawkers, thele wale, uh, the lower section of businessmen who need most of the time capital, working capital loan. So this scheme provides them the loan capital of about 10,000 rupees that they can repay in monthly installments over within a year. And this comes without any collateral. So it's also for the first time that micro institutions, NBFCs, and self-help groups have been allowed in the scheme. 7% interest subsidy. If you pay well, next time you can take 20,000. And the Udyami Mitra portal of SIDBI and PESA portal of Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, they will administer the interest subsidy. Okay, these are some facts for prelims you should consider. Now this I have picked it up from PIB Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat webinar. So some names of saris have been coming up. So this can come and match the following. So Kotpada sari, it comes from Koraput district of Odisha. Ghongri fabric has some medicinal qualities and it can cure many alignment. It comes from Maharashtra. Satranji fabric comes from Maharashtra, southern part of Maharashtra. Then Narayan Pet sari, Nagpuri sari, Himru, Solapuri Chaddar, Munga saris, Khan saris, Karvat, Kathi, Tassar silk, Paithani, they all come from Maharashtra. This Khandua Patta of Lord Jagannath, made in Naupatna, Manibandha, Katak, Odisha. So you should consider all these facts for prelims. So that's all. Thank you.